All right, listen, man. I'm right beside the building by Huon Park, where it's gonna be the housing complex for the Salvation Army. Across the street from Luco Lupi's, right? Riverfront Village. I want to buy this property right here. I want to buy this one. I want to buy that one. And that flower shop, if I don't own it already, I want to buy that as well. I just spoke to a lady, she said that somebody's running it. So I want to own from here all the way to that building or the flower shop, which is right next to the Comfort and Suite. And of course, we want to level all this, knock everything down. Knock everything down. Level the ground. Knock them trees down. And what I want to build is a spherical dome. A dome that has the option of letting in pure sunlight or providing tinted sunlight, right? I want it to be in the shape of a square, all the way up to that building over there. I want to knock all this down. And what I want is I want to create a cash generating business, okay? Slowly geared towards cash, right? And this whole square, the flooring of it, I want the floors to have little cubby holes that you can pretty much sit in. You know what I'm saying? So if we can get this building to be 2 stories, about as high as this building right here, it'd be amazing. It'd be great. So when I say cubby holes that you can sit in, I want you to think of a circle with 7 people sitting in it. It's designed like a couch, but in a circle, right? But it's in the floor. It's in the floor. Getting no chairs, none of that. Okay? Just in the floor. And I want entry to be $5. Some hammocks, stuff like that. Hammocks, stuff like that where people can sit and enjoy, the exotic kind of, outdoor kind of thing, but an indoor thing. I want a little jacuzzi part on the first floor, where people can sit down and chill. And that's just pretty much it. Just a place where people can, and you know what? It'd be awesome if we can allow the option for them to set it as a jacuzzi. These spherical, circular couches, you can choose to set it as a jacuzzi and book it, set it as a jacuzzi, or you can just walk in. You pay $5, you get in, you can buy things, things of what you need, things to eat, little light stuff. And I want it just to be an open space that generates cash. That would be a great investment. Let's just say you have a place an inverted top on it to where you can just set it down and still use the whole floor. You feel what I'm saying? In a safe fashion. Um, I just want an exotic spot, that's kind of for the luxury people who's willing to pay to enjoy. And I want to use them pods, like them pods I had built and stuff that I had invented and stuff. I want to put that to good use, and you know being able to control climate within the individual sphere of each little pod, whatever the case may be. So like I said, 2 to 3 floors would be ideal, but that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, man. And like I said, it's entry. It's entry. You pay to enter. You pay to enter, and you can also pay for things that's inside. You can bring food in, um, things of that nature. You can bring food in. Um, you cannot bring in your own alcohol. You have to buy alcohol from inside. Okay, you could have a bar aspect to it. Things of that nature. But I want it to look, pretty up to par. Um, that's a good money making business that this city needs, and not only that, but the college kids and adults, they're gonna go crazy over this. Yeah, they're gonna go crazy over this. Uh, yeah. So that flower shop, I think I own that flower shop if I'm not mistaken. That's right next to it. Yeah, yeah. But anyway,